Hello guys, today we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where Russia wins the Black Sea War. This war happened in episode, 91, which is the one we're at, and Russia ends up losing it, and along that, their empire. Today we're going to look at a scenario where they win. By the way, if you hadn't noticed by now, Finland has not been conquered by Russia. I did this because so Norway would not get on Russia's back. So that's one conflict Russia will not be getting into. But anyway, without further ado, let's start the war. The war will be starting off the same way it did in 80s Pros WICSO, like that. Russia in this timeline has sent more troops down, but it's not enough to beat back the horde of Mesopotamians coming in at them. So the Mesopotamians will still come, but with less success. In fact, the Mesopotamians will only be able to capture two major cities, these two being it. And this is where the front stalemates this early, as the Russians are more prepared. From here, the Russians will break out from this front thanks to their PO team ally. And will push back the what's it called? The Mesopotamians, and even begin an invasion into Caucasia. This time, Russia is also more militarized and better equipped. So, one thing I want to say before we continue is the pink team. In their timeline, they joined the war and got lots of land from Russia and the teal team. In this timeline, they'll be refraining from due to the fact that Russia tells them, "Yo, if you join, we're gonna cook you." So yeah, they aren't joining. But now, if I'm looking like this, the Mesopotamians will divert some of their troops to go fight this area off, which leads to them retaking control, but also to Russia beginning a counteroffensive in this region, which is aimed at taking back some minor lands from Russian control. I mean, what's it called? I'm thinking of the old empire, Mesopotamian occupation. Let's go back here. Now Russia is doing something logistically smart that they didn't attempt in our timeline, which I found a bit confusing. So the Russians get their navy, and they're actually going to be sieging a landing right here in this city, and they're going to capture it. They send millions of troops in, and from there, their armies march up, but their armies also slam down south due to good logistics and encircle this massive old Imperial garrison. From there, Russian forces will quickly, oops, will quickly push them out, defeating this division, and they also surrender up here. And they also are pushed out Russian land. So this was a very good Russian counteroffensive, which actually does push them almost completely out of land, or in this region. By the way, if there's a part two, I will be making playlists and adding it. It will also be releasing on the same day, so don't forget to watch out for that. Now, with Russian forces properly in this area, the Russians will continue an offensive south, now picking up a new ally. Yes, Russia with the allies first. Let's turn the allies later, so you can see who's who. Russians will quickly be picking up the same two countries did in our timeline. Oops, wrong one. How'd that happen? Wait. The same two allies that picked up in our timeline. Boom. And boom. This time with another two countries, which would have probably joined, or I thought would have probably joined, right here and here. So now the Russian bloc has majorly expanded. This timeline, I want to add a bit more of a world reaction to this. I want the world to see it more as a rejuvenated old empire. So this alliance won't gain that much popularity, but I do expect the Farmers Union to go ahead and join So their effect as in our timeline was pretty minimal. So that's all that's going to be happening there. But Russia having new allies, we quickly start to see a coordinated effort in Caucasia. Russia actually sets up a plan this time for them to actually be useful other than just use them as distractions. So Yellow Team forces will blitz to the light blue team's capital, taking it out with ease. But this time they won't go south. Instead, they'll continue eastwards. Plenty of Russian divisions this time. They will enter into Caucasia and capture the Caucasian capital. This leads to a massive logistic failure and results in Russian troops occupying the Black Sea coast. This is a massive victory for Russia, and now they've almost complete supremacy over the Black Sea. Now moving back south, the old empire, these guys, Mesopotamians, are like, whoa, 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 wait, what? They're not expecting this at all. So these guys will have a pretty good field day-ish, and they will take out a lot of this southern blue team, going up here and occupying this area. These guys will then capitulate the yellow team, I believe, and that's that. I do want to pave a scenario where they come victorious for the, what's it called, green team to retreat. So the Mesopotamians will occupy this, but the green team will build a powerful defensive line up here. Now, with the yellow team troops also reinforcing that line. But such a bad defensive position, Caucasian troops are forced to retreat from the north, where Russia quickly occupies this region, and to kind of top it off, will march into the city, occupying it fully as well. So that is that. But the Caucasians will not be. Are joking. Okay, we're gonna do this region anyway. Will not be quitting on their advance, more specifically Mesopotamians. They quickly cut the Russians off from the Black Sea and again advancing into the Teal team. Oops. Russia will lay a higher emphasis on their allies this time around. I don't want to lose this front, so Russian forces will push these guys back before they start anything pretty dangerous for the Russian nation. But you have that. Well, three colors. That's really crazy. Anyway, sorry guys. I completely forgot Russia's ally, like down here. These guys. Boom. Alright, moving back down to this place. Yemen. That's where it is. Yemen. This light dark blue teamish will begin advancing into the normal blue team. They're not really that powerful, but they have surprise on their side. So they managed to capture one major city from the blue team, and now on the outskirts or metropolitan areas of the holy cities, which I think have been repaired by this time. Speaking of that, this team will other Yemeni country, so many Yemens, begin to advance up into the Arab country. They're all Arab, so whatever you call it. But this advance is kind of short-lived because look at the sheer size and tell me, who do you think will win? These two are kind of distraction. The distraction works. Blue team, which is fighting same as in our timeline, the Mesopotamians tried the same strategy. These two, the blue team and the pink team, are fighting with Caucasian troops here. While the red team is fighting here. So they tried that strategy out. In our timeline, it worked. But in this tournament, we'll be seeing something different play out. The blue team military does pretty obviously slam these guys. They play around these guys. They quickly push out the advance of the blue team. But the advances in of a green team, into the green team are kind of slow because the green team, their troops are pushed with morale. We do not want to be part of this empire feeling again. Like they didn't want it. They were forcefully invaded. That's their mentality. In fact, the blue team doesn't even fully push out these guys from the country. These guys. So that's another thing to note. The blue team does capture this city, though. Give them that. These are pink team forces too, by the way. So that's how the war is going so far. Alright, remember what I told you about the strategy not working earlier? Yeah, because now with less troops, Russia sees their chance to make an offensive. Russian troops quickly push the 3-point star lines completely out of their lands. Same here, but now being able to focus on this one little area, doing pretty well. So now, the Russians and friends, sounds so funny. Okay, anyway, sorry for getting off track. The Russians begin a full advance into Caucasia. Now, the people are actively conscripting for the military. They see this as a forerunner to World War III, which was one of the direct reasons for Russian collapse. So, a lot of people are signing up for the military. Life is good. And they know that good life feeling in Russia. They don't want it to end. So the Russian military actively pushing and capturing yet another city. It's looking a bit like the Mesopotamians need a new friend. And they will get one right about now. As the new country decides to join the 3-point star alliance. This country is none other than Poland. I bet you guys saw that coming. Poland joins the Russian alliance, and here's where we move up to the European front. Russia has more troops to spare now, so you guys have been kept at the stalemate. In fact, just for fun, Russian forces will be actually kind of in better defensible positions, all of which, if you hadn't noticed, are in the enemy's territory. So that's something. So Russian forces are playing defense here, but Poland joining? Yeah, they expected that. See, in this time when Russia did not have to move their forces away, the Farmers Union simply just sent some more forces. So what happens with Poland is they begin pushing out of Russia like this, and then they're just pushed back in. The Russian beast at this point will begin their advances into Poland yet again. And this is where they'll get a new, very unexpected ally. If you'll ask me, this ally is none other than our favorite European country, Danzig. So now Danzig in the war, they're not going to do anything that sufficient in a normal war. But here, where Poland was completely unexpected for this, Danzigers will have a good time pushing in. Along with the troops in the geography east, the Poland's capital will fall with ease, now meeting up with their Danzig allies. From here, the Russians will begin advances into southern Poland, now capturing the whole border area and beginning a massive push. The Polish have just cooked their nation, and the real WICSO, this paid off, but now getting cooked like Danzig. And no hate on Danzigers, but that's embarrassing. So Poland, this time will fight to the death. Good for you, Poland, but you might just want to surrender when you can. Because, oh, look at that. That's kind of bad. But this is actually where I'm going to end part 1 off today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yes, Russia will end up winning the war, don't worry. And I will see you guys in the next episode, which I hope you watch right now, because it's coming out right now. So, anyway, have a good day and goodbye.